Hey everybody, this is PJ Riley from Lancaster Archery, out here to talk to you about brand new for 2024, the Darton Sequel. We've got two versions of this bow, brand new from Darton, new riser, new cam. Can't wait to tell you all about it. We have the Sequel 31
and the 33.
Yes. That's crazy.
That's the speed.
It's like effortless to get the cam back. Definitely feel the speed.
All right.
So, I should just stop right there.
Right.
All right, so obviously we are out here today with Braden Gellenthien. Probably know him, rep for Darton, but you probably know him even more as the world archery's winningest archery. He's got more medals than everybody. He's not wearing them today.
No, I left them at home.
But Braden, so Darton, this is, you joined them 2 years ago?
Last fall, actually.
Last
just
fall,
1 year.
okay.
Yeah.
Exciting times for you. You're now going around learning these bows, repping these bows, and we have the Sequel 31
and the 33.
Yes. Before we get into some of the specs, you've shot these bows. What do you like about them? So, nobody knows bows like you do.
Right, they're extremely stable. We learned so much this year when we developed the Exodus and the Departure, and we put a lot of that technology and a lot of that knowledge into these bows. So we created some super stable platforms that the hunter is going to have an easy time drawing, and they're going to have, they're going to be able to take these indoors and shoot leagues with them too. Like they're going to get high performance, and we're really excited to put these bows in the hands of our shooters.
So the 33 we got there, 33 inches axle to axle, obviously.
Yes.
So our draw length and weight range, what do we got there?
So this is a 33-inch axle to axle, 6 3/8. This bow is set 60 to 70 pounds, so we've got it maxing right now about like 71, 72. It goes for draw length, it goes from 26 to 31 and a half inches, whereas the 31 goes from 25 to 30 and a half inches.
And we got a rotating mod.
So all draw lengths are going to be encompassed in this one cam system, so there's no swapping mods or anything. You just loosen some bolts, screws, move it to your draw length, and you're ready to shoot.
Speaking of the cam, I believe you said this is a new cam this year.
Correct, yes. We redesigned the cam. The biggest feedback we got last year was that the Prelude was a little bit difficult to draw. We were pushing the envelope on speed, and that's where speed comes from, is from an aggressive cam.
Speed's not free.
We dialed it back a little bit. These bows are 335, and the experience, the overall experience from the draw cycle to the shot, there's no vibration, and it's an easy drawing bow.
Yeah, the let-off percentage on this is what?
It's 85.
It's 85, but I can say, drawing this back, then it's one of those that it felt like I had to push it forward.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's a true 85 on an easy drawing bow. Yeah. So on something that's a little bit more aggressive, once you get towards the hump, it's going to rip forward on you. This one it eases on into the back, so you're going to have to ease it on forward to get it down, to get it to let down.
And as you mentioned, you can use these for multiple things, but bow hunting is probably going to be the world we live in.
I think the 31 is geared towards 100% bow hunting. The 33, on the other hand, I could see some 3D guys getting a little froggy with it this summer and taking it outside. Just with the riser design, it is a little bit reflex, but it's also a really straight riser once the reflex is over, so it's going to sit in your hand really well and be super stable.
Yeah, new riser from you folks. It's still that 70-75
yes.
aluminum, which is ridiculously stiff.
Right, like aerospace stiff, yeah.
And now you, with all your experience with shooting, I've talked about why stiff risers are important. Mm-hmm. It's even more
right. So
important.
The stiffer the riser, the less flex there's going to be, and there's not going to be as much vibration that you're going to feel in your hand. And also, as you draw and shoot, there's not going to be as much torque. So the setup that you have at rest is going to be the setup that happens at full draw, and you're going to get the best flying arrow.
Gotcha. I do see, coming down the bow here, I do see we have the yoke here versus the E-system.
Right.
That's something that you folks have had for a couple years.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I would say the E-system tends to slow things down about 7 to 8 feet per second. And this is just a much simpler setup so that you can get out in the woods a lot easier, and there's less things that can go wrong. Right. We're excited, for the target models, we're going to stick with the E-system. It's really nice to do, that half a twist here, a half a twist there,
Right.
to clean up, you know, the slightest of wobbles. But with this, with the hunting setups and the amount of vanes that people use for hunting, you know, with the 4-fletch stuff, it's not really as needed as it would be on the target side of things. So it's a lot easier with this setup. Everything's machined aluminum, so there's no possible like plastic cracking or anything like that. We've gone with a much simpler, much more solid system.
Yeah. Now the weights of these bows, what are the weights? 'Cause with all these cutouts, I mean,
Right.
they feel light.
Yeah,
but
it's just a touch over 4 pounds, right around 4.25, 4.3.
I'm looking on here. We got your standard sight connections on the side here. You do have the machined dovetail for integrate style rests.
Correct.
If you want to mount those, and then 2 stabilizer bushings.
Yes, we got the bottom one with the LVS system just for vibration dampening, and then the top standard stabilizer mounts.
All right, well, Braden, we have our Garmin Zero chronograph here, so we're going to do some speed tests with this thing, and then I'm going to do some shooting, especially out at distance, which is when then I'm going to ask you a million questions.
Sounds great. Can't wait.
All right, Braden, so we have the Sequel 31 here. We've got our 350 grain arrow. ATA is normally 70 pounds, but what are we working with here?
So we've got a 60-pound bow here, 31 inches axle to axle, 6 3/8 brace height, 30 inches, 60 pounds. We're gonna give it a go.
All right, we're gonna see what this one does. We should mention that we don't have a sight on here, but that's okay. I can just aim over top of our chronograph and we will be okay. .311.
Yep.
What did we say? 60 pounds.
60 pounds, 311. That makes a lot of sense from the numbers we're seeing.
60 pounds, 311.
Consequences 322 online. Then we got 298.
Yeah.
This one's 335. We're at 311.
That's crazy.
That's the speed.
And yeah, and we could, because this is 60 pounds under, you know, the weight recommendations, we could be shooting a 300 grain arrow out of this thing. This is a 350, 311.
Yeah, we're smoking.
That's nuts. All right, yeah, let's grab that arrow, Braden, and we'll shoot another one just to double check it.
Sounds good.
All right, Braden, we're gonna take shot number 2 here. 311 we got with our first shot. Crazy speed. 311, right on the nose.
Yeah.
311.4, we should say there. So crazy speed does not feel like a speed bow, but let's see what this thing can do at distance now.
I'm excited. Let's give it a try.
All right, Braden, so we have the Sequel 31 here. I think I have a 60-yard mark, but run through the specs on it. We got what was our speed we got out of this one?
311.
311. We have a heavier arrow now. That was our test arrow.
Right, so this one's about 450, you said?
Yep,
Okay.
about 450 grains.
Right, so 31 inches, 6 3/8 brace height, and it's fast. So
yeah, that's what, in sighting in, I overestimated how much it was going to drop.
Yeah. No, I'm excited to see what you think now that you're actually shooting it versus just shooting it for speed.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
let me know what you think. All right. So
I should just stop right there.
right, I know. I was like, that was a pretty good start. So draw cycle, first thought.
The draw cycle. Again, this is 60 pounds, so it's not 70, but it's like effortless to get the cam back.
Similar to the Consequence.
There's no, definitely. Similar to the Consequence, there's no like stuff where you have to put a lot in the front end or where you have the rollover. It's just kind of smooth the whole way through.
Perfect. It's balanced.
Balanced
draw. Okay, cool.
And I can definitely feel the speed. You know, I can see it.
It's nice when you shoot a bow and you're like, that feels fast.
Yeah, definitely. It's like, boy, that got there in a hurry.
Awesome. All right, let's see if we can break another arrow here.
Let's do a group here. Just a touch right, but it was fading that way.
It's
on
60
there.
yards. It's not an easy shot.
It holds nice too. So I am notorious for torquing.
Okay.
But usually I can feel it and then I
Right.
can control it. But I don't feel this one torquing when I'm at full draw.
Right, that has a lot to do with the grip that we've got. It's going to balance in your hand really easily, and it's going to fight against your torque.
Yeah, a lot of times I can feel some just back and forth, but I'm not feeling that.
Perfect.
Here. That's right
I heard that slapping arrow in there.
I think I was. Jeez.
That's awesome.
So
See, that's why I retired from professional archery. Like, you've picked up the bow, and within 3 shots, you could give me a run for my money at 50 meters.
I don't think anybody's worried about that happening.
This is silly, PJ.
It's insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so this is, Darton flagship bow. This is the 31 inch, so we're primarily thinking about hunters here.
Correct.
But man, if you get the Western guys that are going to be shooting long distance, some of the bows obviously are primarily set up for the Eastern tree stand 20-yard shot.
Right, of course.
And then there are the ones like this where, this still has that shorter axle to axle, but if you need to take a longer shot.
We make high quality products, and that's what we do at Darton. We're always pushing the envelope. We learned so much with the Exodus and Departure, like I told you earlier. And we've implemented a lot of that technology into these bows. So even though it's 31 inches, in its heart of hearts, this is a target bow at 31 inches.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I think that's just under it, but I'm getting a little bit of pin float there, but it's going. I'm not seeing any of the, why did that go out there?
Right.
It's where my pin is where the arrow's going.
That's awesome.
That was me.
That was you, okay.
Yeah, that was me.
I gotta ask, how's the finger doing? Is it starting to warm up at all?
No.
Okay.
No, I cannot feel it, but now I've calibrated for that,
right.
and so it feels a little more comfortable shooting with it.
Oh, this is awesome.
That was perfect.
Right back in there. All right.
That was everything.
Head down
Crazy.
and check them out.
Let's check out this group. All right, Braden. So I am impressed with that. This was my bad shot off the bat. To just outside, I saw my pin going over there. But
it's a really good group,
60
PJ.
yards for just taking it out, setting it up, shooting it.
Right, and these are your arrows out of my bow. Like, it's incredible for you just to pick a bow up and shoot like this. Like, this is...
it was effortless. That's the thing I can say. That sometimes there are bows that, for me to shoot a group like that, man, I gotta be focused and I gotta be on it.
Right.
This one was effortless.
Yeah, it's
the draw was effortless. Hold, a little couple inconsistencies on my part, but not. I wasn't like, all right, man, pay attention, everything here.
No, I was to say, like, watching your shot timing every time, it was consistent. I didn't see any major wobbles.
No,
like you didn't lose it at all. Like, it looked really solid.
Yeah, that's impressive to see. Which makes you think then, okay, now if I set this up for myself and spent time with it.
Right.
If this is what I can do without doing that.
Right. Imagine what it'll be like come hunting season next fall.
That's crazy.
No, it's awesome to see. Like, you're shooting our top of the line flagship bow. You've got a top of the line flagship bow group, and the experience was easy, and that's what we went for. It's a fast bow that's easy and simple to shoot for the user, and we're so excited for this 2024 season.
I'm excited for people to get reacquainted with Darton. Like I said, people my age, I know all about Darton. 90s, man, everybody was Darton.
Right.
And, you know, then the brand kind of went away a little bit. Randy and yourself bringing it back.
We're definitely
and
injecting
the
some new
quality
life. Yes.
is there.
Oh, it is.
I mean, and that's what people, once people, I think, start seeing that and shooting these things.
Right. We've got an amazing team up at Darton. The engineers, the builders, everybody, just they pitch in wherever they need to. They make a really, really solid product. And not many companies can say this, but we're 100% made and manufactured in the USA.
Right.
All up in Hale, Michigan. And it's so cool to be a part of a company that stresses so much on quality, perfection, and making the best product that we can for the shooter. And I think we're seeing that today, just how it all comes together in the end.
Definitely. Awesome. Great shooting bow. All right, that is the Darton Sequel 31 and 33. If you want to see all the options that are available in these two bows, be sure to click the link in the description below. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to click that bell to get notifications whenever we put out new videos. As always, if you have any questions, you can visit us at lancasterarchery.com.